Hello friends, today we shall write a code for face recognition in Python using machine learning tools. I shall show you how to organize the file structure for the same. I shall also show you how to run the code and how the code performs in different cases. The logic or the principle behind this code is explained in the previous video. The previous video also lists the free softwares that you need to install in your computer before implementing this face recognition code. Please go through that video first if not already done. I am providing the link to the previous video in the I button above and in the description box below. The description box below also lists the links to the free software to be installed. Coming back to our face recognition application, I have written the program for you already. I shall explain this. So this is the basic file structure. It consists of two folders, dataset and examples, and two programs. For the timing, let us delete this encoding.pickle. Okay, so these are the two programs that we'll be needing. So this folder data set, this consists of the images from the faces that our pre-trained artificial intelligence based face recognition module has already seen and also knows their name. For example, in my implementation, I have used faces from these five gentlemen collected from the internet, and each folder consists of the images from one single person. For example, here we have two images for Mr. Dlib, and I have also collected some images of our Prime Minister Mr. Modi. So we have a total of 7 images of our Prime Minister Mr. Modi, and similarly I have collected some images from some friends also. So these are the list of images that the pre-trained AI based face recognition model has already seen. Now come to the folder examples. Here you can put the face images that you want to use to test the face recognition module. That is, you can put the images on which you want to recognize the faces. So I have put some test images here. Now come to the program. So this is the program, our black box. Do you remember that the black box that takes as input an image, a face image, and converts it into 128 dimensional high level code. So let us open this code. So I am opening this with WordPad. You may open it with any other text editor or some IDE for Python. So these are the set of codes which are used for importing the libraries. I hope you remember what is meant by libraries. I already told you in this video. Now this part is for taking the input in the program, and this is like adding windows or doors to your flat. Now first this is the localization part. This part here, from here to here, this part localizes the face in the image. Specifically, this function localizes the face in the given image, and after the face is localized, this part encodes the face portion into 128 dimensional high level encoding, and after all these encodings are done, these all the encodings are stored in the memory in terms of in the form of file, and the name of that file is like encoding.pickle. Okay, so this is how this file looks like. So let us do one thing. Let us run this file. So for running this file, what I'll do is I will open a command prompt, and you can run it from any ID that is compatible for Python. I am using here command prompt. So first you need to do is you have to cd to the current working directory, and which is here this one. So I am going to the this directory here. So right now we are in this directory. Now we need to run this program in code phases.py. So for that the command is like this. Let me write it. So here see the first word Python is for using Python, and then this is the name of the code, code underscore phases. So it has run all the run the code on all the input images. We had a total of 30 input images, so it had run for 30 times. Here see, so it has converted all the 30 training images into 128 dimensional code each. So let us go back to our the syntax of our running the program. So the word Python here, it is for representing, for calling the Python, and then this is the name of the code that we wish to run, and it is followed by minus minus dataset. This is the argument, and the value of the argument is dataset. This is the folder where our images are stored, and followed by the argument minus minus encodings, and the value of this argument is encoding of that pickle. This is the name where the generated encodings will be stored. So the program has run already. Let us check if this file encoding.pickle has been created. See, this file has been created. Cool. So now all the training phase images are now converted into 128 dimensional code each. Now next step is our testing. So we'll be using this code for our face recognition. So let us open this code. I'm again opening this code using WordPad. You can use any ID which is compatible with the Python. So let us go through this code. This part of the code is for importing the necessary packages, that is the libraries, and again the next part from here to here, this is for taking the inputs in terms of arguments, and then next part, this part loads the already encoded training phase images, I mean the codes of those training phase images, and here in this part it loads the test image, and from the test image it localizes the phase in the test image. Here this face recognition module is used for localizing the face, and after the face is localized in the image, this part is used to encode the localized face into 128 dimensional high level code. And after this code we compare it with all the codes of the stored training phases and find the one with the minimum distance, and all this is done using the code till now, till here. Okay, so the one with the minimum distance, if the distance is less than a threshold, we say that we got the match, and we use this part of the program to display the recognized face with the tag name. So this is it, and let us now run the program. So for that again we will be using this command prompt. So let us run the code for face recognition. So this is how we invoke the code for face recognition. The first word is Python to invoke Python, followed by the name of the code that we wish to run. This is recognize underscore faces underscore image dot py, followed by the argument minus minus encodings, followed by the argument value. Which is encodings.pickle. So this encoding.pickle is the file that is storing the 128 dimensional feature vector, that is the code for each of the training phases. Now this follows the argument minus minus image followed by the image value. Here image value means the name of the image where we wish to recognize the faces. So let us see our set of example images. So here we see we have these images. Which face do you want to recognize? Maybe we'll start with our Prime Minister. So let us try to recognize these face. Let's see whether our program can recognize these face. So here it is. Let us run it. So first what it does, it like loads the already encoded training phases, and after that it tries to recognize the test phase by comparing the distance between the encodings of the test phase with the training phases. So see, our program could recognize the face of Mr. Modi. It has tagged Mr. Modi's face with the name Modi. So do you wanna do one more test? Like maybe this time we'll test with this face image where there are multiple faces. So let us test this here. So now let us run this program. Same thing, the encoding of the training phases gets loaded, and then the program detects the faces in the multi-face image and then compares each faces encoding with the already stored 128 dimensional training phase encodings, and the one with minimum distance is chosen as the name of the face, but only if that distance is less than a threshold. So let's see what happens if our program can recognize all the four faces. So this is the output of our program. See, for Modi ji, it has named the face like correctly with the name Modi, but the rest of the three faces, our program could not recognize the faces. Not just that, it says that it could not recognize. See, it has tagged the tagged with the word unknown. That means it could not recognize it. When it could not recognize, it did not unnecessarily give it a random name. It could not recognize them because these faces were not present in our training set. See, let us open our training set. This is our training set, and we did not have the faces of this gentleman in our training set. That's why we could not recognize the three faces, two ladies on the left and the gentleman on the right. We did not have these faces in the training image. That's why we could not recognize them. But since we have Mr. Modi ji's face in the training, so we could recognize Mr. Modi ji. So this is how our program is efficient at correctly recognizing faces, and when it cannot recognize, it directly says I cannot recognize. The viewers who do not know Python programming, I try to explain the principal concept behind face recognition through visuals. If you want to write and execute each and every statement of the Python code all by yourself, I strongly suggest you to apply to our beginners course. I have explained the most simple face recognition algorithm here that works well on real life data. Real life wild data generally bears more complications. For example, faces can have different ethnicities. They can have frontal face or profile face. Faces may be occluded by marks, etc. So to deal with such real cases, we need to understand further advanced AI concepts such as deep learning. The Dlib module that we have used in this example is deep learning trained. For further understanding of how deep learning works, you have to follow our YouTube channel and our school Excellencia. Let us know how you find our effort. Please like and share the video if it was of help to you. If you have any confusion in understanding in any part of our explanation, please do not hesitate to ask any question in the comment section below. We reply to each and every question. If you have any further suggestion, we are all ears. To get notification on all our videos on AI as they are uploaded, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon and select all. To remain updated about all the announcements, please like our Facebook page www.facebook.com/excellencia.ai.page. Our 3 months free beginners course with limited seats will launch soon. If you want to apply, please mail to excellencia.ai@gmail.com mentioning these information. First, your name. Second, your affiliation. Third, qualification. Fourth, if you have any experience. And fifth, why you want to join this course. Till the next video, take care.